It's such a beautiful story, and so simple and universal and rural, all of which I enjoyed. And Craig has such a wonderful turn of phrase and a wonderful pathos in all of his writing, as you've seen in very different genres. He still has that beautiful feeling of the unfinished character. These characters have to go and find an answer, and in Chernobyl it's this unfinished person, and all of these people who are looking for the last bit of themselves. Such a gorgeous writer that way. Craig is such a wonderful comedy writer, as you can see from his work. And I've been listening to his podcast for years, so I kind of felt like I was familiar with the tone of his own parlance. And there are so many, I would describe, I suppose, as great physical comedy gags, which is always fun. And different types of humour, so some slapstick stuff, some really understated and nuanced character gags. It's a beautiful rural family story about a group of characters who have to come together to solve the murder of somebody they love. And they learn, I suppose, a lot about themselves as time goes on. And they learn that maybe they can survive without him, which is what we all must learn. The character that I play, Mopple, is the only sheep that remembers things. And this is a story about a murder, where the sheep are trying to discover who is the real murderer of their beloved farmer. And Mopple is the only one who is can remember things. I suppose he brings a lot of the weight of a lot of slaughtered lambs with him. And that can be difficult for him. But he, I suppose, as the only one who can remember stuff, has his own unique use. It does seem like community in a lot of ways, about how you can band together when you lose someone. About my character, particularly Mopple, I suppose, that it's important to remember things because then you know how to act moving forward to make it better. I think if you kind of remember nothing, how can you learn? So I think that's probably what he brings to the movie, is that he remembers stuff whether he wants to or not. And that can maybe make everybody else's life a little more fruitful. The process with Kyle and Lindsay, our director and producer, has been very remarkably straightforward, really. By the time I had come on board, they'd already shot the film, which always helps. There's less nervousness when it's all pretty much done, and you just got to throw your voice in behind it, and you can look at the stuff, which is helpful. Kyle comes with so much pedigree. I've got young kids, and thanked him early on for the hours and hours of my life that he has helped through the Minions and whatnot. And Lindsay is just a delight, and they were very warm and welcoming. I would advise that people see this in the big screen. They can, because of these beautiful landscapes that have been created by Kyle and his team. It looks like this bucolic, almost a throwback to a Constable painting. So you want to see that in as wide a landscape as you can and enjoy all the singing and the comedy and the pathos with people around you. This is the kind of film that can be great for all age groups. People will enjoy watching it with their families, and I think that they'll take away the idea that, we can all get by. We can all get by with a little help from our friends.